Hey guys, Michael from Savage Unfiltered Podcast. Great news. We are now listed and available on iHeartRadio. Tremendous announcement being spread here on the podcast today. Check us out now on iHeartRadio. That's right. iHeartRadio has now approved Savage Unfiltered Podcast with Michael Gardner. Tremendous announcement, guys. Check us out there today.
Sign up to The Economist for in-depth curated expert analysis of world events and topics ranging from business and culture to science and technology. You'll get the weekly digital edition, online-only articles, curated newsletters on politics, the markets, science, culture, and China, and full access to The Economist Podcast Plus. The Economist is independent journalism for independent thinking. Go to economist.com and get your first month free.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Savage Unfiltered. Your host, Michael Gardner. Welcome to today's show. Welcome. Guys, before I start off the show, obviously I was supposed to have a guest on the show, but apparently he's not on the show. It's all right. Things happen. It's life. Sometimes life beats us down. Sometimes it beats our ass to the ground, right? So apparently Mr. Kevin Palmieri is not with us today. I was supposed to have him on once before, but he canceled, and then obviously he canceled again today, last minute. Something to do with storms in his area. Listen, guys, I'm not going to get upset about it. You know, like I said, it happens. But the one thing I don't like is, you know, when people cancel last minute, it's a little unprofessional. At least if I'm going to cancel last minute, I'm going to try to make my effort to be on the show, right? I'm going to try my damnedest, you know, to get on the show when I can. It's one thing is to cancel and then, you know, not coming on the show or any show for that matter and leaving somebody that does, you know, especially when people, you know, put their time and their energy into promotions, you know, graphics, you know, not only to, you know, build up the show, the episode, but build up that person that's coming on the show. You know, you have no idea how much work and effort goes into this. We put extremely amount of effort into this show on everything we do with graphics, design, videos, promotions, everything, guys, everything. So one person canceling on me, I'm not going to make a big damn deal about it. So I'm going to change up the forum today, the panel, to talk about something else. I want to get into something a lot actually today on today's show. First and foremost, guys, I want to get into some things I've done the last couple of days. Had a busy weekend going into the week. Attended the Hot Dogs and Apple Pie and Marco Rubio conference this past Saturday in Melbourne, Florida. It was actually pretty good. Marco Rubio was there as well as other local leadership.
Going back to a place where we treat women like property or second-class citizens.
At the end, I'm looking for reasonable restrictions that we can get passed. Probably will be at the state level because we can't pass that bill in Washington.
Area in Brevard County and also state and federal leadership as well paid their tributes to the show. So it was a pretty damn good show. I actually posted some pictures on my social media account on Instagram and Facebook. You can check that out. I believe it's still up there. Mackenzie, it's right. It's still up there actually. So we posted as a post. I think we did a story. I'm not sure because I know stories are only available for like 24 hours, and then you know Instagram, Facebook, they remove them. So it should still be up there. Had a good time. Had a really good time. Got to meet some interesting people, talk to some people. about the show. A lot of people see me. They were like, wow, it's Michael Gardner. We checked out your show. You got a great show. And like I said, had a damn good time. So I did that. Spent some time with the lady, my girlfriend. We went to the beach over the weekend. The water, I'm going to tell you guys, it's getting a little colder. Yeah, it's not that comfortable 80, 85 degrees that Floridians here are used to. So the water was a little cold. I'm going to admit it. It was a little cold. But, we had a good time. Sat down on the beach. Relaxed. I probably drank a little bit more beer than I anticipated. But it was a good time. A really good time. The weather now the weather was perfect, because the weather right now in, the middle of September, almost the end of September, right? Holy shit, man, we're almost in October. So the weather is, the humidity is kind of dipping out a little bit, which is a good thing for Florida, right? It's a good thing. So we had a good time. Good time. Other than that, guys, what else, guys? I want to get into this here before I forget. I made a promise to a friend here that I recently met, so I'm going to add in their church here because I spoke to this gentleman at the conference like 4 or 5 days ago. And he was like, do you know any way you could spread the word, to our church and this and that? And I was like, yeah, well, I can give you a free plug-in on the show. How about I do that? So, guys, if you're in the Melbourne area or Palm Bay area, guys, head over, right? You're trying to find a good church. You're trying to find, some people like the modern churches now, not so much of your grandpappy's church. Head over to the House Church, guys. They're located at 1520 Bottle Brush Drive in Palm Bay, Florida. Okay, and like I said, guys, it's your modern church, and they also have what's called the Backyards Kids Church, where they specialize in 0 months to 6th grade. So it goes literally from, the time your child is born pretty much to like 6th grade. They have a tremendous, tremendous youth ministry over there. I believe the hours are, what is the hours? 9 a.m. And then they also have a 10:45 a.m. slot. So like I said, guys, head over to the House Church located in Palm Bay, Florida on Bottle Brush Drive. And they also have a website, too. It's thehousepalmbay.org. Again, thehousepalmbay.org. And you can also follow them on Facebook and Instagram at The House Church PB. That's right, guys. Check them out today. Phenomenal set of guys. Got to meet a few of them that attended that conference this past Saturday. What else? Oh, God, I'm seeing in the news here, guys, that we have a Pride Fest coming up here in the Space Coast. That's right, guys. The Space Coast Pride Fest is returning bigger than ever, apparently. Like you said, guys, I might have mentioned this on my show several times. I'm not a big fan of the Pride community. I'm not going to slander them, to an extent. I do think that the group, has shown hatred amongst people that don't support their message. But we're not going to go there, guys. But, I was reading this article in the Hometown News locally here in Florida. And, for those who are not aware of this festival, this is like the first time in 2 years now that it's returning this Saturday due to COVID. Apparently they're trying to, bring back the Pride Fest. Apparently this area has a big threshold of the Pride community and the LGBT plus community and everything else. So, for those who are, into that shit, head over there this Saturday, I guess. But I'm not into that. Not into that at all. I don't know, man. It's just not me. It's not me. As you can hear, guys, I'm pretty tired. Like I said, I was up late last night. Mackenzie and I, which is also the producer, she's also my girlfriend. So it's like we're like the perfect pair, right? We work together, we live together, and we're boyfriend and girlfriend. So I mean, how great can that be, right? I mean, like literally a power couple, if you want to call it, right? So we were up late last night watching a movie, this scary ass movie, the new Halloween movie. Did anybody see that movie? I seen it. It scared the shit out of me. You know, I mean, I was very, very surprised to see Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie. I mean, she's been in, I think, just about all of them, pretty much. And it fits the title very well. I mean, we're right around Halloween, right? So pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
Matchmaker.fm is the platform to connect guests with podcasters. Podcasters find your dream guests instantly based on their area of expertise. Filter by location, search based on keywords, and you can even get to know your guests by watching their video pitch. Found someone interesting? No problem. Contact guests instantly via chat and schedule a time to record. No more backwards and forwards via email. It's everything you need to manage your show and tell amazing stories. Guests easily connect with thousands of podcasters who are looking to interview storytellers and experts just like you right now. Easily find podcasts based on their category, location, and more, and pitch them directly within Matchmaker. Book more appearances more quickly and share your wisdom with millions of listeners all over the world. The best part? It's completely free to get started. Just sign up, choose whether you want to create a profile for your podcast or as a guest, or you can do both. Fill out a few details about yourself and you'll be ready to start making those connections within minutes.
Guys, we're back here on the show of shows. There's a story coming out here in Florida, Brevard County, guys. Florida Tech's downtown Melbourne mural, right, which is also being labeled as Ad Astra, which was originally painted by Christopher Maslow in 2016, has recently received a pretty much a compliment by an artist. According to the release from the school. Now, the mural, which is 90 feet in length, is located on the western wall of a building at 800 East New Haven Avenue at Waverly Place. And it's also named after the Florida Tech school motto, Ad Astra per Centima, which means to the stars through science. Now, the school added that there was a patch of damage where it appeared to be like basically falling apart. And, you know, a lot of this damage was coming from like past hurricanes and tropical storms that were facing the area here, you know, on the Space Coast, Central Florida area. And they're just literally, you know, patching up the damage. Everybody knows that we haven't seen a major hurricane or tropical storm here in, some set of years. Believe it or not, like the last 3-4 years, there hasn't been really a major storm here.
Savaged, unfiltered.
I mean, there's been like some, here and there, it's affected the area, but, really none that's really done significant amount of damage. So basically, they want to add back to the downtown Melbourne area. They want to bring a little bit more of a push into the area to try to bring more tourism. So I get it. Good stuff. I mean, yeah, it's God bless them for that. I believe it or not, we were going to put up on our social media platforms, a couple of wall art that we've been noticing. Mackenzie and I, we've been driving through the area, and we've noticed a lot of wall art going in the area. Really, really nice art, too. Beautiful art, art that just would blow your mind, literally. So I've noticed that a lot of art. Are they adding an art district? It looks like they are. It looks like they are adding an art district. That's tremendous. I believe every town, city, or even a village, right? Whatever the hell area you live in, they should have a fucking art district. They should, without a doubt, without a doubt. I remember when I was living up in New York, in New Jersey area, there was like several art districts. And as a kid, I remember, my mother taking my brother and I to these art districts. And we would have a blast. We would just look at the different walls and everything, paint it, whether it was graffiti or just simple wall art. And we used to have a blast looking at it. And we used to stand up against the wall and taking pictures of it and everything. And we would make a thing of it. There was like other childhood memories I used to love doing as a child. We would go to like, oh God, I can remember it like it was fucking yesterday. We would go to like the duck park and we would feed like ducks and everything, man. I tell you what, the childhood I had was the best, man. Those were like the best times. Really, really, some of the best moments I've had was probably like from the age of like, oh shit, 6 to like probably 13, 14 years old. Because I mean, those times I remember that they were great. They were awesome. Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. But I just wanted to throw that in there, guys. There's something also too, guys. I want to make sure I get a lot of this news out because there's been news that's been popping up. Some good, some bad. Also too, guys, for those who are living in the Central Florida area, there's a 5K coming up, which Mackenzie and I we were thinking about doing it, but I think we waited too long, right? She's smiling at me. We waited too long. The Turtle Crawl 5K. That's literally it's coming up. It's like a 1-day thing. I believe they were supposed to have it on September 10th, but it was rescheduled due to a rain event. So hopefully they have it. It's supposed to be set for actually this Saturday, which is the 24th. So hopefully they can have that. Because we went to it last year and there was an amazing turnout. So hopefully they have it this year. Because that's some good stuff. Really good stuff. Also, too, guys, there's a story here I want to get into. This really, really upsetting story now coming out of the corrupted media. Yeah. I see this story and I was like, shit's fucking gross. Like, what next? Well, now apparently the corporate sick media is now, get this, folks. They're trying to erase the term woman. And they're replacing, a woman, right, that normally has children, right? Because a woman in this world is the only woman, or let me rephrase that. Yeah, sorry, guys, I didn't have my coffee this morning. A woman is the only type of gender that can produce children. Well, apparently to the corporate media and the liberal leftist nutjobs out there, men and non-binary people can have children too. Oh, really? I guess the science has changed in the last 4,000 plus years. Because when was the last time you seen, naturally, that a man or a bisexual man or a gay man or a transgender was able to produce and have a baby in their belly? Yeah. I thought so. Never in the history of mankind that a man or any type of gender besides a woman, was able to produce. Now, according to the media, they're trying to get rid of this term woman, and they're replacing it with birthing people. Yeah. Check this video out, guys.
Medical experts say breastfeeding allows birthing people to give their children extra vitamins and nutrients.
Black women and birthing people faced a severe crisis that is rooted in our country's history of racism.
America is the only country where the number of birthing people who die or almost die related to pregnancy and childbirth is rising.
We are really failing our women and birthing people.
I'm inspired by the women and birthing people.
Lives of birthing people.
Black birthing people.
Black birthing people.
Chest feeders.
Birthing people.
Birthing people.
Birthing people.
Birthing people.
Birthing people.
Disgusting. So you guys noticed something in that video, right? Every media outlet was pretty much reading off of the same script. We got to call them birthing people. Birthing people. Not a woman. She's a birthing person, or he's a birthing person. Or the transvestite next to you is a birthing person. Yeah, they're birthing people. Yeah. I guess they had to change it because it sounded a little, racist. They were concerned. They were offended. Yeah, give me a break. Give me a break. Since when have we become a nation that we allow
Michael Gardner, uncut, raw, uncensored?
Came out not too long ago. I read it on the Baltimore Sun of why they are calling mothers birthing persons. What should we call people who deliver babies, right? Do we have to live in a society to say that we have to use correct pronouns? Are you kidding me? So here's this, right, that they, the great Baltimore Sun put out. If moms are birthing persons, then what are dads on Father's Day? Seriously, right? I mean, and then they also go into this stupid, ridiculous article that Americans were bombarded with ads for gifts for that special day for fathers. Should I say sperm contributors in preparation for our complete capitalization to the woke? Now this goes into, does everybody remember like the 1984 book, Orwell's 1984? I read that book like 12 or 15 times. Tremendous content, guys. Now, the sperm contributor in your life might have wanted that leather chair or aftershave he'll never use, a box of fine Maduro cigars, a fly fishing shirt, or perhaps, like I mentioned, Orwell's 1984, and a bottle of Gingerani 18 to wash it all down. I'm telling you guys, this is, birthing persons. That's what mothers are called now, according to the federal department. Some scientists and the liberal leftists are considered this. Now, I went to Orwell's 1984 because I labeled it correctly. In Orwell's 1984, the first thing they want to do is ratchet down the language to squeeze literally the life right out of your mind. Right out of your mind. He was right, Orwell. Everything that we're seeing today, he was right. Almost like if Mr. Orwell stepped into a time machine himself. According to President Joe Biden, the federal budget proposal in a section on infant mortality rate officially calls mothers birthing people or birthing persons. They're not women. They're birthing persons. Hey guys, great news. We have officially been launched to the Pandora app. That's right, guys. Pandora Music has officially welcomed the savage, unfiltered, with Michael Gardner podcast, guys. We are thrilled to be part of the Pandora family. First and foremost, guys, I want to thank everyone, all the fans out there, all the listeners that have been tuning into the Savage Unfiltered podcast with Michael Gardner since the very start, guys. It's a tremendous honor. It's the gratitude. I can't say more than enough, guys. So thank you very much to all my fans out there, all my listeners that have been tuning into this show since 2019, and for the new people that's been listening into the show, thank you very much. Folks, it means a lot. Thank you very much. You're going to want to look out, guys, for some amazing content to be launched on Pandora. Check it out, guys, Pandora. Hey, guys, back here on the show. We're going to be closing it up here soon, guys. I just wanted to throw these couple stories here, a couple topics into today's episode. Some news here on Mike Lindell.
MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell must face a defamation lawsuit brought by a voting machine company that he falsely accused of rigging the 2020 election. A federal judge in Minnesota yesterday denied Lindell's motion to dismiss the lawsuit brought by Smartmatic, which operated voting machines in Los Angeles County during the 2020 presidential election. Smartmatic alleges that both Lindell and his company falsely promoted the theory that its machines had been rigged in favor of Joe Biden. According to the judge, there is a wealth of evidence that shows Lindell's claims are false. Lawyers for Lindell put forth that the case is a violation of the First Amendment.
He's back in the public spotlight, so to speak. Now, the DOJ is investigating Mike Lindell over potential identity theft that could be possibly damaging or that's protected by a computer. What's all this about? Oh, boy. We're going to dig right into this, guys. You can hear in my voice. I mean, the shit keeps on hitting the fan, right? They keep on digging into the MAGA movement, so to speak, of this Trump circle. Anyway, guys, the Justice Department is investigating MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell over potential identity theft and damage to a protected computer in connection with a breach of a Colorado county's voting system. What? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Guys, they're even going this far where the FBI just literally seized Lindell's phone last week while he was waiting at a drive-thru, right? He was at a freaking drive-thru, like a McDonald's or some kind of fast food drive-thru in his hometown of Minnesota. A move that the Trump ally is contesting in court. Yeah. I'm telling you. The warrant for the search, guys, which was filed by Lindell's team this past Wednesday, just yesterday actually, was part of his lawsuit to the United States District Court in Minnesota, which also showed that the DOJ is investigating Lindell for identity theft, intentional damage to a protected computer, and conspiracy to commit. Where's my words at today? Identity theft or to this protected computer. Now, the warrant, guys, which was approved by the U.S. Magistrate Judge Tony Leung on September 7th, which was according to the law enforcement document that was put out to execute the search warrant before this past Wednesday, the 21st. Now, folks, we're also seeing that the magistrate also approved the search and seizure warrant on the basis of probable cause that Lindell may have violated federal law. Oh, violated it, huh? More shit that they're not providing evidence. This is the same garbage, folks, that they're doing to Trump, that they're now doing to Mike Lindell. The MyPillow guy. What are they going to do? What are they going to find? A bunch of promo codes for MyPillow? I mean, come on. Come on. Enough of this shit. Also, too, folks, that the agents also searched for records or information connected to the Mesa County election clerk, Tina Peters' alleged scheme to breach voting machines during the 2020 election. So they're trying to get Lindell on some type of breach into the voting machines during the 2020 election, which I think is, it's bullshit if you ask me. They also state that a woman who called 911 on Black Bird Water Watcher in Central Park. Black Bird Watcher? Oh, it's the Black Bird Watcher in Central Park, which also lost a lawsuit against the ex-employer, Beagles, which was rescued from a Virginia facility at the Capitol. Okay. Now, Peters, right, the Mesa County election clerk, was indicted on state criminal charges this past March. Now, folks, what they're also going into is saying that the officials first became aware of this breach after passwords and hard drive copies from Mesa County voting machines were presented at an event hosted by Lindell. So what are they trying to say? That these voting machines that were used illegally, which they somehow passed through Congress, that voting machines were allowed to be used in U.S. elections. Never in our history have they used this type of technology. And they blamed it on, what do you think, folks? COVID. Now, these two election technology companies, known as Smartmatic and Dominion Voting Systems, are to be blamed for his claims of election fraud. Yeah. Guys, I don't know. I don't know. Hearing this stuff, guys, you go to wonder, are the Democrats this pathetic? Are they this pathetic to use this type of garbage? Well, they must be, because they know that the economy is shrinking, even though Joe Schmo says it's the greatest economy in 40 plus years. They know the inflation rates are out of control, even though Joe Schmo says that we don't have inflation. Everything is under control. Yeah. Even though the Democrats are claiming that the border is the most secured border in 60 years. Yeah, I heard that and I laughed my ass off. Yeah. If the border is so controlled and so secured, why are we still having migrant issues? Why are we still having high amounts of fentanyl coming into this country? You got to question that, huh? Rather interesting. Folks, they're scared. They're scared because the midterms are right around the corner. In less than a month and a half, a little over a month, we're going to have the midterms in this country. And there are going to be seats either obtained or lost. There are going to be people that lose their seat, and there are going to be people that gain a seat. Are we going to see a Republican Senate and possibly a Republican House? I think we are, folks. I think it's going to that avenue. I think that the Democrats now are going into panic desperation mode because they see that this new formed Republican Party, that they're labeling it MAGA Republicans, are going to change the landscape of politics. And that's my final thoughts, folks. Folks, I want to thank you for those who joined in onto this show in this episode. Thank you very much. Remember, guys, we are now available on iHeartRadio as well as Pandora. That's right, guys. 2 amazing platforms. Amazing. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow afternoon, guys. Take it easy and have a great weekend.